Every morning, I wake up at exactly 3:14 a.m., where I take precisely 7 sips of luwak coffee grown on a sacred mountain in the Balinese region, where monks... Okay, just kidding. In this video, let's talk about real morning routines that work for real entrepreneurs, based on science, not fluff. You see, as an entrepreneur, the quality of your mind equals the quality of your results. So naturally, as someone who's been running businesses for nearly 15 years, I've been obsessed with finding the perfect morning routine to set me up for my day so I get the best results possible. And over the years, I've tried nearly everything. I've listened to every Andrew Huberman podcast, every Tim Ferriss podcast, I've read all the books, I've been to every single Tony Robbins seminar. I've done a lot. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what I've learned and what I've developed to be the ultimate science-based morning routine for entrepreneurs. Let's get into it. So when you wake up, one of the first and most important things you need to do is get morning light into your eyes. Your eyes regulate so much of your body functioning. In fact, your metabolism, the hormones you produce, everything is controlled by light entering your eyes. And so a simple way to get morning light and also to get what Andrew Huberman calls forward ambulation, or the rest of us normals call walking, is to just go outside. Go outside in the morning, go for a 5-10 minute walk. Both the combination of this morning light and the experience of objects passing you by as you walk is scientifically proven to reduce stress and boost happiness. And so I like to start my morning with a lot of natural light and ideally a walk. Now after the walk, I like to start my morning with some nonfiction reading. And I specifically choose nonfiction because I want to sharpen my mind. I want to awaken my mind, give myself new ideas, and just give myself a bit of a pickup before I get going on my day. Now the specific type of nonfiction that you read can totally vary, it's up to you, but I like to read something spiritual, something more mental focused than maybe something tactical. So rather than reading like how to get a deal done in 7 steps, I might read a book about meditation. Or often what I find myself just doing is reading the Bible. The Bible is full of wisdom and it's a great book for me, but if that's not your thing, there are lots of other great spiritual or mental mindset books that can really help start your day. And I'll usually do about 10 to 15 minutes of reading. Another thing to add to your morning routine is stretching. Stretching is one of the most important things you can do, especially for injury prevention and just overall mobility. And the more mobile and flexible you feel, generally the easier it will be to go through your day. And of course, with COVID now and working from home, stretching is probably more than ever. Ever since I started working from home, I've found that I'm just not as flexible. I'm not as limber as I used to be when I was walking around, walking to the office. And so by adding stretching into your morning routine, you make sure that you're getting in your flexibility and your mobility before your day gets going. The fourth thing I like to get in my morning routine is gratitude, a gratitude practice. And what I mean by this is I want to focus on the things that I already have. There's a good chance as I go throughout my day, there will be things that don't go my way. There may be meetings that don't go well, there may be sales that cancel, sales that fall through. A lot can happen in the day. And by only focusing on the rest of my day, I might not have a good day. But if I start the day by focusing on what I'm already grateful for, no one can take that away. And so I like to say what I'm grateful for out loud, and I do something called spiraling out. I took this from Tony Robbins. Basically, I start by saying things that I'm thankful for that are sort of like right here. So it might be that I'm thankful for the air that I breathe. I'm thankful that I have both working hands, 2 working legs. I'm thankful for the walk that I'm going on if I'm going on a walk, and I'll spiral that out to things outside of me. I'm thankful for the traffic lights that work, that allow me to cross the street. I'm thankful for the city that I live in. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my family. I'll spiral out until I've sort of encapsulated all the different things I can be thankful for. And you don't need to do this that long. Usually like 3-4 minutes is enough to sort of give thanks for all the things that you already have and put yourself in a grateful mindset. Now, after gratitude practice, I like to do some visualization. Visualization is not just some woo-woo psychic thing. It's something that all top performers do. Talk to any athlete, any musician, anyone who performs at the top of their game does some visualization before they go out and execute the play. And so as an entrepreneur, if you want to be on top of your game, you need to add some visualization practice to your life. Now, there are 2 specific visualization exercises that I do. First, I get clear on where I want my life to be. And I look at sort of the material things I want, the people I want, the relationships, all the different aspects of what I want my life to look like out in the future, maybe 1 year, 5 years out. And I imagine it is already here. Your brain cannot tell the difference between what you're imagining as done and something that's actually happening. Your brain is just reacting to inputs. And so I literally imagine as if all these things were already in my life and I celebrate them. Once I get in that positive state where I'm so grateful for the life that I have, then I bring it home and I think about 3 things that I want to accomplish today, and I visualize them as done, one by one. I really go through and celebrate the wins that have already happened in my mind. By doing this, when I actually go to experience those things, I have a pull. I know what it feels like to succeed. And so it's much easier to actually push through and get to that result because I want that good feeling that I experienced this morning. Next up, and this is for both mindset, physical health, and just general longevity, I like to get a workout in. And I don't work out very long. Some days it's only 10 minutes, some days it's 15 minutes, but generally speaking, my morning workouts are quite short. They're just designed to get the body moving and build a little bit of strength and a little bit of cardio. The way I do it is I kind of do like a 50-50. Some days I'll do strength training, some days I'll do cardio. I don't have a specific set routine or schedule. I just go to the gym and try to get my body moving, get some blood pumping, get my heart rate up. Not only does this make my body more healthy, but it also reduces stress and anxiety, something key that you're gonna have to learn how to do if you're gonna be an entrepreneur. And then of course there's the energy. Pushing through late nights of working, long weekends, you name it, you're gonna need a lot of energy as an entrepreneur. And I hate to break it to you, but the coffee just doesn't do it sometimes. And so you need to build your energy stores in your body. And the way you do that is by working out. So I try to make it a priority to get a workout in every morning. Now after the workout, ideally while I'm still hot, maybe I'm a little sweaty, I like to hop into something hot. Now I have a sauna here, so it's really convenient. I just pop into my sauna, have it all cranked up already, sit in there for about 10-15 minutes and get a strong sweat. But if you don't have a sauna, what I did for years is while I was working out, I would make sure that I have a hot bath at home waiting for me. And I'm talking hot, like 110, 112 degrees Fahrenheit, or like 40, 42 degrees Celsius. I would get that thing super hot. And so that when I'm done working out, I jump straight into that and I sit there and I sweat. Make sure you bring a bottle of water because you will sweat a lot, even in the bath, and you won't realize it. What the heat does is first it makes you sweat. So you're sweating out any toxins, any stress, anything, just releasing, you're relaxing your muscles. You're also getting a cardiovascular workout. There are so many amazing studies that show that either a hot bath or a hot sauna leads to greater cardiovascular health and cardiovascular endurance. And so it's a great way to combine that with a workout. So you're only maybe working out 10-15 minutes and then 10-15 minutes of sauna, but combined you've gotten a full workout. After I do my hot therapy, I jump straight into cold therapy. And the simple way to get cold therapy is just go into the shower, turn on the cold water and hop in it. But if you want to get serious or a little psycho like I did, you can take it a step further. I actually bought a commercial ice maker. I stuck it in my bathroom, and what I used to do is I would scoop about 33 pounds of ice into a bath every morning and then jump into that. And then of course I had to take it to another level. So these days I actually have a permanent cold plunge in my house. I've converted one of my bathtubs into a cold plunge that stays around 39 degrees, and I just jump in that whenever I want a cold plunge. Either way, it's so helpful for a couple of reasons. One, probably the most important thing for me is it shocks my system. It wakes me up. So even if I've been going through my morning routine and kind of just dragging my heels, not feeling it, not feeling great, when I jump in that ice bath, I usually play like a pump up song. I leave so energized, so charged. You literally cannot jump in an ice bath and leave sleepy. It wakes up every neuron in your body. But on top of that, it also, with that endorphin rush, it boosts your metabolism. This is something that Andrew Huberman covers a lot, but cold therapy can actually help you burn far more calories throughout the day just by getting a couple minutes in an ice bath in the morning. And that metabolism boost, again, just helps you be more fit, happier, and healthier. And then the last thing, and honestly maybe the most important thing about the ice bath is, for me, it's something I hate. I never look at my stupid cold bathtub and think, wow, it looks fun, let me go jump in that thing. I just don't like it, and that's why I do it. You see, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to do hard things, and oftentimes you won't be in the right mood, you don't feel like it. You need to build the muscle of when I say go, we go. And so when I see that ice bath, I don't hesitate. I don't wait, I don't want it to do it today. I jump in, and it sucks every time, but it wakes me up and it proves to myself, hey, I can do hard things that I don't want to, so let me go conquer my day. Now, after all that's done, if I'm going to do caffeine, now is the time I do it. It's roughly 90 minutes after waking up, which is the ideal time. I don't like to build a dependency on caffeine to where it's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, because then the body kind of says, you know what, we don't need to wake up, the caffeine will come. And you see people that are just totally addicted to coffee and basically can't function without it. I strategically use caffeine, whether it's tea or coffee, to give myself a bit of a mental boost, particularly on days when I know I'm going to be facing a lot of hard tasks early on. So those are all my steps of the morning routine, but the way that I do them is also very important. I combine multiple steps because I don't have all day to just sit around and do my morning routine. I need to get actual work done. And so a few easy examples of sort of how I combine things. Sometimes when I'm walking, I'll do gratitude. I'll say my gratitude out loud while I'm walking around the city. Or when I'm reading a nonfiction book, I'll be stretching. Usually I'm just popped down on the floor back there, doing splits or butterfly or hamstring stretch, something to get my body going while holding my book. When I'm in the sauna, I'm often visualizing, what do I want to accomplish today? What can I really see my life being like in 1 year, 5 years out? I'm combining multiple steps so that I'm getting the benefits of all these different things stacking on each other all at once. This allows me to get through my morning routine much faster than if I were to just do, each step linearly. And then before you go, I also want to have a little bit of a confession. What I've just described is what I would call my ideal day. Most days, I do not do all of these steps. I have sort of a varying level of commitment to my morning routine based on how well I slept, what's coming up in my day, and so on. If I wake up and I'm in a good mood, I feel ready to take on the day, I will actually skip more of these steps because I know that I don't necessarily need this giant mental boost. I'm doing pretty well, so maybe I'll read my nonfiction, I'll hop in the sauna, do an ice plunge, and that's it for the day. And that's totally fine. I don't have to do all these steps every day, but they're there when I need them. The temptation often comes is when you need them the most, you don't feel like doing them. When your business sucks, customers are canceling, and everything seems to be going wrong, that's when you need to do all the steps the most, but it's also the hardest to do. And so I literally have sort of an inverse law. The better I'm feeling, the less of my morning routine I do, and the worse I'm feeling, the more I force myself to do every step of the morning routine. This really allows me to win the day no matter what. And as an entrepreneur, you need to win the day early in the morning before your day starts, because let's be honest, not every day is gonna feel like a winning day once you get to work. Now, all these tips combined are ultimately designed just to increase the chances of success as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurial ventures are always challenging. They have a 90% failure rate, but these little tips can help get your morning set up to have a better day. However, if you really want to take it to the next level, you need to also make sure that you're performing at your best throughout your day. And to help you do that, I just filmed this video on the 7 laws of success for entrepreneurs. These laws are critical. Follow them and success is not guaranteed, but don't follow them and failure is guaranteed. So I highly recommend you watch this video. Just click the link and I'll see you over there.